Let's roll.
Hey! What's up, my people? It's EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and it's that time! Yes, it is that time to take our Deluxe 3.0 Optimus Prime and our Deluxe 3.0 Jetfire and combine them and form JETPOWER Optimus Prime. So let's get down to it! Now, first, we're going to start off with some prep work, and by some prep work, I mean a lot of prep work. So what we're going to do is we're going to start prepping Prime here. So what we need to do is we need to pop off the shoulder pieces. We need to pop off the tanks. They're just on clips. So you just remove these. You need to remove the shoulder pieces, and they're just pegged in. They just pull right off. Pull that off, like so. Come back here, you want to remove this whole back section. You want to hold on to this because we will be needing this. You want to remove these little caps here as well. Just pop those out. Those will be ports for the wing pieces. We need to also remove back here these arm panels. Remove those. Those will reveal ports that we will need for other bits and bobs. And I come down here to his belly and these sections right here, little lights, you're just going to flip in, and these will just sit like right up here like that, and flip that in, and that will sit like right up there like so. And so we need to come back up here to the shoulders, and you're going to take shoulder pads and just rotate them sideways like that. Bring that in, rotate that sideways, like so. And then we're going to come down here to the legs, and we're going to remove these inside leg panels right here. Pop these off, and you're going to come here to these side panels. You want to unpeg these, and they're on a double hinge, so unpeg them, and you're just going to rock these to the back, like so, and they'll just sit there like that. Same thing on the other side, just unpeg, and just rock this back on this double hinge, like so. You're also going to take these inside pieces here, just pop that off, just on a ball joint, so just pop that off. A lot of popping off we're going to be doing. Pop the other side off, put that off to the side as well, and we are going to, we're going to add some pieces now while he's still standing. So we're going to remove these pieces here on his thigh. They're just pegged in, so just pop these off, and they will receive this piece that comes with Jetfire. So take this and just pop that on like so, and then just replace all this, and you get that look going on. And the second vest is just like the first, just pop this off and bring in the new piece, pop that on, so it looks like that, and then this will just peg on like so. So we got that look going on. So now, I believe the last thing we're going to do, as far as removing parts, is we're going to rip off his feet. So he just pegged in, so just pop his feet off, and voila. Also, he is going to need the gun holding hand, so just pop that in. And yeah, here's what we have left of Prime after we have removed everything we needed to remove from him. And now I ripped off his head because it makes this part a bit easier to do, but we have some face parts here we need to swap out. So we need to remove top of his head, and this will get a new one that has a little spike here on the front, so we can replace that. We got these little cheek pieces. I almost said chin, but these are his cheeks. Little cheek pieces here that we need to pop out. So pop these out like so. They just pop right out, and they get new cheek pieces. And these will just pop in on either side like that. And like that. I believe this is the right orientation. This is the way the instructions say to do it anyway. And then you want to remove his chin. Pop that out, and we get a new spiky chin. That just pops on like so. And there we have Prime's head all ready to go. And now it's time for Jetfire, and we are going to tear this man apart. I mean, we really are. So first we're going to remove this cockpit section here. We want to split it and just compress it all in like so. Do both sides, just compress that in, like that. And we got these two halves. Put that off to the side. What are we going to do now? We want to rip off his shoulder pads. They're just on ball joints. Just pop these off. Pop these off. You have these shoulder pieces right in here. They're going to pop off as well. So just take those off. We need that. We need that. We're basically just stripping him down. We're going to strip him down like a lot. These big wing pieces here, pop these off. We'll need those as well. So just pop these off. Coming on down the body. What else do we need? We need a lot more. Raise his head up. We're going to need this little gold piece. Just holds on by a magnet. Pop these off. Pop these side pieces off. We will need these as well. Coming on down, we have to take his crotch apart. There's some crotch pieces that we need, some crotchular region parts. Take these off. We need these, and then these pieces we also need. Remove these. We need these too. And what else? We gotta come back up here because we need some pieces from his arms. So we need this inside piece, this inside bicep piece. Just remove that on either side. Pop all this off. We're popping a lot off of him. A lot. Like a lot. And then what else? Forearms. We need to pop these forearm pieces off. We need these as well. I told you, we're just stripping them down. Pop these off. We need that too. What else do we need, Jetfire? What else do we need from you, old man? We need to come back up here because we need to remove some stuff from his back here. We need these fin pieces. Pop these off of either side. Pop these off. These bits as well need to come off from either side. Pop these off. What else do we need, Mr. Jetfire? So much. There's a lot we need from his back here. So, these big fins. Pop these off. And you also want to pop this off. You want to remove it from the armature. So just pop that off. Did I mention we're popping a lot of stuff off? We're popping a lot of stuff off. So remove this from the armature here. Come on. Pop that off. Pop this fin off. And we're just going to keep removing stuff. We're still removing stuff. A lot of this we're going to be doing. These pieces here. Pop these out as well. We didn't need that. That can stay. That can stay as I bump the camera. Sorry. There we go. Pop that off and pop off the other side. Again, all this is just tabbed in, so just remove all of that. What else are we needing? What else are we needing from Mr. Jetfire? Lots more stuff. These silver pieces, just kind of bring them down, just get them out of the way because we need to pop all this off. Move that. And then just moving on down. We got to pop off these pieces as well. Move that. I told you, we're stripping him down. We are stripping him down. Coming on down. It's a lot. So remove these pieces. We're going to need those. These red pieces in here. Pop these out. We need these. And we have to take his butt apart too. There are butt pieces we need here. Lots of butt pieces we need. These little pieces right here, you're going to remove as well. They're just pegged in. Remove those. These little gold pieces, we also need to just unclip and unclip. We need those too. These little blue booty pieces, we need these. Make sure you pop the ball joint out of this socket here. Move that. And remove that. And we got that. And lastly but not leastly, we need to take his legs off. You don't need these legs anymore, Jetfire. You don't need them. Let's give them a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. They're just pegged in. Let's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just pegged in. And all of this we can just put off to the side. We don't need it. Poor Jetfire. Poor, poor Jetfire. These sections here, there's a release button right here. You push that in. That allows you to disengage these sections here. So pop this off. You want to remove this section here. And we will need that. And then you can remove the foot. This piece you don't need anymore. You can put that off to the side. And also this back piece right here. Just unpegs and put that off to the side. We don't need those. So this is what we need here. And again, second verse is just like the first. Just push this release button right in here. That will pop that out like so. We're keeping that. We are not keeping this. So pop that out. We're not keeping this. Don't need that for combine mode. We do need this little side piece here though. So wiggle that out. We do need that. And we need to remove the foot. Keeping that. We don't need that. And actually one more thing we don't need is these little pieces right here. These little pieces head in. We don't need these pieces, but we're keeping this. So throw that off to the side. Remove that. We don't need that, but we do need this. And there you go. And a little bit more we have to do with the feet here is we have to remove this center toe here. It just tabs in. And you want to flip this little section out. Like so. Just flip that up and put that off to the side. Remove that toe and just flip this up and put that off to the side. A little bit of, transformation, if you want to call it that. Just bring the toes in, bring the heels back, and these sections here will just flip out like that. And that's ready to go. Second verse just like the first. Just bring those toes in, bring these heel pieces in, and just swing these out like that. And that is ready to go. So we got that going on, and I think we are pretty much prepared here. A lot of pieces we just ripped off of the dude, but yeah, this is pretty much all we need here from Mr. Jetfire. So now we can commence with the combination. So we're just going to start at the bottom and work our way up. Seems like the smartest way to do this. So we're going to give him his new feet, and these are just going to peg in like so. Just pop those in like that, and now he has great strength of feet. You want to bring in these little fins right here, and these are keyed a specific way, so there's only one way for them to go in, and only one side goes in a specific side. You know how sides work. So you just peg those in, they're just sitting there like that, and we got that ready to go. And next up, we're going to bring in this piece here. So you have this fin here. You just want to bring that down. And you're going to bring in this section. And you're just going to tab this in. You have a tab slot connection there and a tab slot connection right there. And that is how you want that looking. And then this is going to peg into this port right in here inside the leg. So just pop that on. And that will sit like that. Now, be forewarned, these will pop off a lot because you can bump them and they'll just kind of unwiggle themselves. So, again, kind of the annoyance of this set is that pieces do fall off pretty easily because there are a lot of fragile connections going on here. So, you just want to take this post, or this tab rather, plug it in there like so. Get all nice and frozen. That will sit there like that. And then you just peg that in like so. And you got that going on. Then next up, we're going to take this bit right here, and it will combine with this piece right here, the toe. And this will just tap together like that. And you're going to take this, and it will clip into the front of the leg right here. So just push that in, like that, and second versus like the first, just take this, tab it all together like so, and all of that will clip in thusly. So make sure all that sits right in there like it's supposed to. Like that, and you got that going on. And next we're bringing in these bits right here, and what's going to happen here is it's easier to just pop these off. So these are going to pop into this port here, like so. Just pop that in, and we can just pop that back in where it was, and that just sits there like that. It makes that little effect going on. So again, second versus like the first, just pop that off, makes life easier. You can pop that in, angle that how you wish, and then just pop this back into place, and voila, there you have those pieces in place. And now, I'm going to move on up the leg a bit. Now we're going to bring in these red pieces here. And these are going to plug in right in here inside of the leg. There is a tab and a port right there for a post and a tab. And this is where things get a little trickier to do. Oops. And of course, again, these will pop off because everything pops off. But just plug these in on either side like that. Put this back on. Again, this is one annoyance, is that there's a lot of fragile connections here, but it is what it is. Let's try to get the other side on without popping anything off. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, we did it. There you go. So those pieces sit in there like that. And next up, we have these pieces right here, and these will also plug into the insides of his leg right in here. In this gold piece, there's a port. And you just line it up, and that will just push in like so. He has a lot of inner leg upgrades as well, because, you know, why not? Why not? Again, it just holds on via one post there. And you got that going on. Moving on up, we have these little bits here, and these are going to plug into little ports right here on the inner thigh. Kind of like a crotchial, oops, again, I unpeg that. It's like a little crotchial upgrade. I don't know, he has crotch upgrades too. Why not? Dare I say, why not? So just pop that on. I'll just sit there like that. There you go. Some extra crotch armor. Hey, we all need it, don't we? Don't we? Of course we do. So just pop these on. Again, these can kind of get in the way. Always move that. Probably should have put these on first. There you go. Okay, there we go. So we got those in. That's beautiful. Some crotch upgrades. Why not? Dare I say, why not? And we get some more crotch upgrades here. That's right. The crotchial region needs as many upgrades as anything else. Again, why not? So you have these little gold bits here. And these are just going to clip on these posts right here. So just clippity clip. Oops. Or just pop them off entirely. Totally up to you. Clip these on. I just popped that right back in there. There we go. And clip this in. And there we go. Now he's got some gold there on his crotch. But guess what? Booty upgrades. That's right. He also has booty upgrades when you turn them around. Turn them around. You're going to take these bits here. And these are going to clip in right in here. Like so. And like so. Because, you know, you even need some booty upgrades. Because why not? Why not? There you go. Pop those in, and there you have that going on. So there you go. Crotch has been upgraded. Booty has been upgraded. Now, here is my least favorite part of this, and that is these sections here. So what's going to happen here is you have these three tabs right here, and they're going to tab in to the grooves, these little grooves here in the wheel rim. And this is, you want to talk about fragile connections, this is a fragile connection, and these will fall off a lot, and I don't like them. I don't like them one bit. They're not even easy to get on. because it's not easy to get everything lined up. And once you do get them in, they just fall off constantly because any little bump and they just fall right off. So I don't like these. Don't like these one bit, but there you go. Let's see how long they'll stay on before I knock them off. It's not going to take much, but just line that up as best you can and plug that on. Again, it's not a solid connection, not a solid connection at all. You still wish 3.0 made figures that transform? I don't. This is just parts forming and it's annoying. A lot of fragile connections here, just a lot of fragile connections. Oh, let me move this out of the way. That's not going to help. Oops, and that, of course, just fell right off. Stay on there, please. Please just stay on. Please, I beg you. I beg you. Stay on. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And again, just kind of adjust these. I think the instructions for them just kind of flared out like that, I think. There we go. So we got that going on. You can see how that's looking there. It's looking good. Looks great. Again, just a lot of fragile connections here. So now we can move on up the body. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring in this little gold piece here, and this is on a magnet. This just boop, pops right there onto Prime's belly. And that just sits right there, like so. We're now going to bring in this piece right here that we pulled off of Jetfire's crotch. The crotch shield pieces. Jetfire's crotch pieces are going to become Prime's new chest pieces. And this will tab into the other like that. And these will just pop on, boop, via magnets, like that. And second verse is like the first. And it's going to get the door out of the way. And that will just magnetize itself right on. And there you go. You got the little chest piece going on there. And now we'll do some work on the arms. So we're going to bring in these pieces right here. And these are going to plug into ports right here on his forearms. So these will just plug on. You just plug them in like at an angle, like that. Same thing on the other side. Plug that in like so. And you got that going on. You're going to turn them around. And we're now going to bring in these bits right here. Some nice red, nice silver on them. And these are going to plug into the backs of his arms. You get some forearm upgrades going on there as well. Do the same thing on the other side. Pop that on, like so. And we got that going. So now that we have done that, we're going to bring in the shoulder pieces we ripped off of Jetfire, and these are going to go onto Prime's shoulders now. So they'll just plug in right there, like so, and like that. They'll just plug onto either side. That's how you got that working. And now we're going to bring in these shoulder pieces here. So you want to remove this section, just pop that off, and then you want to flip this down and then flip this around as well. This fin here is on a hinge. You can do what you want there, and this is going to plug in to a port right here on top of his shoulder. So you just take that and just drop that down like so. Just angle that back, kind of fold that down, and then this piece, you have 3 ports for the 3 posts right there. So you just line it up, and that will just plug in. Again, you just have to find all your connection points here. There we go. That just sits like that, and second verse is just like the first. Again, just remove this and swing this around, bring that down, angle that how you want, plug that in right there, so angle that back, then take this section and just plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, and there we go, and we got that going on. And next up we have the shoulder pads. So you want to bring in this piece that looks like this, and what's going to happen is this is going to peg in right there. So just plug that in like so, and that's how you want that looking. And this is going to clip in right where that tank was on his shoulder. You just bring that back, get that out of the way. Pop that. I touched this and it fell off. Because of course it did. Ah! Prime, come on. Work with me, man. Work with me. So just clip these in like so. And they can just drop these down and they'll just sit like that. These will just kind of sit back here. Like so. And everything's falling off. These magnets aren't the strongest magnets either. So that doesn't help. But just get all this into a comfortable position here. There you go. You do that, and second fast is just like the first. Just plug that on like so, and again, just kind of get this out of your way, and this will clip in. Things will fall off as I push on them, I'm sure, and get on there. There we go. Clip that in, and just get everything angled just right so you can get everything in place. Collapse that down. And there we go. We got Prime's new shoulder pads on. And one more step here with the legs. There's one more bit here that I almost forgot to put on. We got to bring in these sections right here. You have these posts that are going to flip out and they're going to plug into these two ports right here. So just plug that in on the one side, line that up, and plug it in. Like so. You can angle that fin however you want. So you got that look going on. And second verse just like the first. Just open that up and plug it in, plug it in. I'm sure things will fall off as I'm doing this, but hey, it is what it is. There you go. Plug that in, angle that how you want. There you go. And you got that going on. So now let's get a backpack going. So to start off, we're going to take this fin here, we're going to take this wing, and this is going to peg in right here. It is keyed a specific way, so there's only one way for it to go in. So you got that going, and the second verse is like the first. Again, just line that up. Again, it's keyed in a very specific way, so there's only one way to do it. So now we're going to bring in this piece right here. We're going to take this section. First, we're going to remove these little bits right here. Pop those off. And now this post right here is going to plug into this port right here. So just line that up. And that will just slot into place like so. Once you have done that, you then want to bring in Prime's little backpack piece. And this will just peg in right here. Like so. Just make sure everything is nice and lined up. Oops, you don't want that popping out. There we go. Keep that in. Make sure everything is popped into place the way it should be. And everything should be sitting nice and flush. And that will in turn hold this in place. And there we go. Just make sure everything is sitting nice and flush in there. And you are good to go. Then you're going to take these little bits, and they're just going to plug in right here on either side. So many tiny little details that you're adding to this, which I never knew were on this. There you go. So that's how that is looking. And then you're going to take these wing pieces, and you have two ports right in there. So again, you just line everything up as best you can, and just pop that in on that side, and just peg that in on the other side. And there you go. There you have Prime's backpack all ready to go. And now we take the backpack and it will just clip in right back here. And we'll see how much falls off while I'm doing this. But just give it a good push and it should just pop right in. There we go. There you have Prime's backpack installed. Okay, so now let's get these thrusters all set up here. So what you're going to do is take one of these thrusters. You want these hinges facing forward. You're going to take this section right here, and it will just plug in like so. You're going to take this little panel, and this will just tab in right there, like that, to add that detail in the front. You're then going to take the fin, That will just tab in right there like that. And you're going to take Jetfire shoulder pad here, and there's a tab and a slot connection for a post and a port right here. So you just line it up, push that in like that, and then you take some armature here that will plug into the side just like that. And you got that going on. And of course, second verse, oops, no, we don't want to see that yet. Lights! Anyway, so second verse is just like the first, so again, just plug that on. Take this, plug that in here, and put, hey, what did I say? So, plug that on like so, and tab in the fin, and take this armature, plug it in there, and there you have those all ready to go. So now these are going to plug into the tanks right here. Now the easiest way I found to do this is to just plug in the armature by itself first. I've just found it's a lot easier to do it this way than trying to just plug in the whole thing, because you're pushing on something that's on a hinge, that's on a hinge, that's on a hinge, and that can always get annoying. So there you go. Just work that in, and then you can take this and plug this on like that. And you got that going. You can rotate that, angle that however you wish, like so, and do the same thing on the other side. And again, just plug this in. There we go. This one goes in a bit easier. And once you've done that, take this and plug that in like that. Come on. There we go. And of course, pieces fall off, but there you go. There you have the thrusters installed, and those look quite cool. So we're at the home stretch here. We're almost done. The last thing we need to do is install his weaponry. So we get this blaster right here, which is nicely done. Look at the detail on that. Again, that nice weathering there. Looks quite cool. What's going to happen here is this tab is going to go in the slot here in the forearm where you would plug in the swords. So just take that, slide that up. I'll probably knock things off in the process. Let's hope not. But if everything works out, that should just slide right in like so on that side. And we want to take this handle right here, and this will go into his gun holding hand. So just pop that in like so. Just get his finger on the trigger like that. And then we bring in the big old cannon right here, and we'll get a close look at that so we can take a look at all of that detail. Nice black and red with some gold in there, that gunmetal gray. Again, just lots of detail going on. Looks fantastic. There's the bottom. This section here is just made of rubber. And this connects the same way. You're going to use this tab right here. That'll go into the slot. That is usually reserved for the sword. So again, let's see if we can do this without knocking anything off. And just make sure you get everything lined up. And that should just slot in right there like that. You can just kind of get the hand positioned properly. And you're going to take this gold section here, and there is a slot that is right behind this right here, right behind this panel with the flames on it. When all this is attached, it's kind of impossible to get to. You can actually take the thruster off, make life a lot easier. I'm not too precious about this because I don't really care about connecting it, because you're not even going to notice if it's connected or not. So I just take this and I just tuck it back here. I just give the illusion that it's actually attached to something, and it gets the point across. It gets the point across. That's all I do. Oops, and then things fall off. Because of course things fall off. And after all that, are we done? I think we're done. Yes, we're done. Woo, we're done. And there you go. There you have your 3-0 Jet Power Optimus Prime. And it looks absolutely fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Not the most fun to get here, but it looks amazing, though. It does look absolutely amazing. We can take these little sections here and just kind of splay these out a little bit also. But, yeah, he looks fantastic. Looks absolutely fantastic. Again, tons of detail. The paint work is just phenomenal, in my opinion. I mean, wow. I mean, wow. That just looks great. Looks so, so good. Now, I did already trigger these a couple times by accident, but yes, there are lights in the thrusters here. I'll just take these off so you can see. Now, the battery compartment is right in here. You just undo these two screws, pull out the battery compartment. It takes two LR44s each, which are not included. You have to get those yourself, but you can get them cheap on Amazon. And then to turn on the thruster, you just push down on it, boop, and it just glows a nice bright blue in there. So you got that going on, so you can have your nice lit up thrusters. Hey, things you can do if you want to do it. Now, articulation-wise, things are obviously going to be a bit hindered now with all this stuff on him, but you can still get him in a decent pose. I'm not going to move him around because anytime I touch him, things fall off. But, you know, articulation is a bit hindered again, just due to all the stuff that's on him. So you can still get some good poses out of him. You just have to be mindful of everything you're touching and will eventually fall off as you're doing so. So there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with the Studio Series JetPower Prime. Mine has the DNA kit on it, but you can get a sense here of how that works out. He's so little. He's so very little. Precious. And here is the MPM Prime with the Iron Warrior JetPower kit on it, so you can see how that works out. Now, if you don't like or can't afford the 3.0 version, the MPM along with this Iron Warrior kit is a great way to go. It's a solid kit. I very much like it. Now, height-wise, as far as the 3.0 version goes, all the way to the tippity top of the thrusters there, he stands at about almost 18 inches tall. So it's a lot of bot here. A lot of bot. So there you go. So there you have the 3.0 JetPower Optimus Prime. And yeah, it's impressive. Definitely impressive. Looks amazing. Again, detail, paint work, all of it is just on point. Looks fantastic. Although the combination process itself is not the most fun because, as I said earlier, there's a lot of delicate connections, so things fall off really easily and it gets quite annoying. So that's my only real gripe with this. I just wish there were some more solid connections here for the combined mode, but looks fantastic. Once you get it all together and have it up on the shelf, it is definitely an amazing display piece. So when it comes to this set, as always, from an aesthetic standpoint, 3.0 knocked it out of the park. Now from a functionality standpoint, it could have been better, but overall, I am still very, very pleased with it. So there you go. Now, if you would like this or any of 3.0's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out the 3.0 playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the 3.0 Deluxe JetPower Optimus Prime. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Prime, what are you wearing? What, this? It's nothing, it's just an old outfit I found in my closet. Yeah. Are you? Are you wearing that old man? No. You totally are, you're wearing that old man. If it's any consolation, he was already dead. Kinda. You're wearing a dead bot's body? Well, I can fly now. You're flying around in a dead bot's body. Well, he clearly doesn't need it anymore. You're sick, Prime. You know that? You're sick. No, you're just jealous because I'm not wearing you.